Our political analyst Brian Sobel is back with us now on this Wednesday afternoon, and we'll talk about those primaries, Brian, in just a minute. But the big news today, Ted Cruz naming Carly Fiorinia. Of course, all of us here in the Bay Area familiar with her, former HP executive. Yes. Can Carly Fiorinia save Ted Cruz's candidacy?
Well, mathematically, he's in so much trouble that this is sort of the equivalent of the Hail Mary throw in football. All the analogies you want to use are right here. He's desperately trying to win Indiana to stop the Trump machine. He has to take California as well, or somebody else does. One way or the other, they're trying to stop Trump, and so this is a very unique thing to try to do. It's unprecedented.
Well, some are trying to compare it to 1976, Ronald Reagan, but they're saying, well, that was at least at the convention,
That happened at the convention, that's right.
So it has been done before.
It has, but this, and
he's not even the lead. He's not even the...
No, he's not even what Trump says he is, which is the presumptive nominee.
But with Carly Fiorinia, he is going specifically for the women vote. He is going specifically to stop Donald Trump from getting delegates here in California because, as you said, the Bay Area connection.
Yeah. And also, if you think about it, Carly Fiorinia was on the anti-Trump train from the very beginning. She was like the first one to be vocal. So it kind of makes sense, right?
Oh, yeah. I think she's going to go after Trump right away.
Right.
And she's being held in reserve on some chance that Cruz emerges out of the convention. And that's we're talking such a long shot. She would match up against Hillary Clinton. They think very well in terms of her ability to talk about women's issues and a lot of those things.
Well, she almost became senator in 2010 here, too. On the Democratic side, about last night, actually today I saw Bernie Sanders in an interview said he's letting go a lot of his staff.
That's the latest news.
Moving to the Golden State and putting
you're right. But they actually laid off a lot of staff today. And that's the signal. Now, the Sanders camp says, no, we're redeploying, and when you have less states to engage in, we don't need all those people.
You need to shift around.
Not buying it. Not buying it.
So how much longer do you think he's in it? Through California, maybe?
Possibly.
More for the message, right?
Yes.
More for to get his message
His whole thing right now is to shape the platform of the party. That's he knows mathematically he's got almost no chance.
Can't you do that by standing behind Hillary Clinton?
Oh, I think he's got to pretty quickly.
Eventually, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hillary Clinton. Her advisor said last night would reveal not if, but when she would secure the nomination. In what state do you think she will actually lock that
Well, she's 90% of the way there, so it's coming soon. She's going to have it wrapped up on June 7, no problem, and that kind of goes along with what Sanders will have to do. He'll have to say, hey, let's rally around Hillary and move forward.
And Brian, I just want to go back to Donald Trump. So he won big, right? All 5 clean sweeps.
Nice sweep.
You have the next morning Ted Cruz making this big announcement.
Right.
And then we have Donald Trump giving a foreign policy speech of sorts. What do you make of this speech, and what was he trying to do?
Well, I listened to the speech on radio, which I often do because I don't get distracted by watching the person. And if you listen to the speech on radio, the construct of it was pretty good. That was clearly not written by Donald Trump.
Pretty good for Donald Trump, or pretty good for anyone?
Well, for anybody. I mean, he laid out sequentially his platform, but you could tell there was tons of input from people who know what's going on.
That's what presidents do, though.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, not a knock.
To sound and appear
presidential. And that speech today was put together by a lot of advisors.
So this is his pivoting. He's
yes, absolutely.
No, he's presidential.
Yeah, he's kind of saying, Kiba, this other stuff's a distraction.
Okay.
I'm on to the general.
I'm for real.
I'm for real.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks so much,
absolutely.
Brian, for your expertise.
Thanks, Brian. Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. All right.